First, let's go through the automatic head. So the automatic head looks just like this when it comes in the box from AKE headquarters. So we're going to go through a few of the main components on the automatic head. The fusible link, the manual release pull cable hardwire, and your nozzle discharging and how it works. So you might be wondering what a fusible link is. Let me tell you. A fusible link is two pieces of metal that are soldered together with a fusible alloy that is designed to melt at a certain temperature, thus allowing the two pieces of metal to separate. When the separation happens, the automatic will deploy from the head, so it will discharge from the discharge nozzle that's on the head. One of the important keys to an automatic is having the correct temperature rating link on the head, which you would be able to see on the link stamped into each link what the temperature rating is set to. The manual release pull cable hardware is a coupling, and this is where it is when you get the automatic head. It can be removed and placed onto the left side of the automatic head or kept on that side. It's interchangeable due to where you place the automatic pull cable. The manual release pull cable is a manually operated control using a flexible wire rope inner member moving inside of an outer conduit tubing. It's used to pull or release a mechanism at the opposite end usually. So in our case, it's used to pull the cable out of the head, which would trigger the automatic to deploy at the extinguishing nozzle. It's important to note though, when somebody uses the manual release pull cable, the extinguisher will not deploy at the plugs on any automatics. Once the manual release pull cable is mounted and secured in the head, the zip tie that is around the head can be cut and the pull pin can be pulled. It is important to note that this should not happen until the manual release pull cable is secured in the head. And here is the automatic body. The agent in all automatics are the same as your handhelds, the STOP-FYRE green. This is the 2-in-1 gauge. The 2-in-1 gauge has two functions. The first one is to gauge the pressure. The other one is the electrical switch inside of it. At the end of the wires, there's weather pack connectors. This is to connect to our harnesses if needed for the AVWS connection. Every automatic will have these on it. If they don't have an AVWS, they're tucked away anyhow. They just leave them if they want to upgrade in the future. We use stainless steel braided hoses for all automatics. A fusible plug is a threaded metal cylinder, usually made out of stainless, bronze, or brass, and it has a tapered hole drilled completely through the center, and this hole is filled with an alloy that has a melting point that is predetermined. When this happens, it melts the fusible alloy, which causes the automatic to discharge. This means the automatic will discharge from the plug, not the head. This is the reason it's crucial to make sure we have the correct temperature rating for the fusible plug. If you look at the fusible plug on each one, you will see it stamped with what the temperature rating is set to. Let's do a quick recap. So you have a fusible link and a fusible plug. Those are the two fusible things that you could have on an automatic. Here is the classic automatic. There's only one point of deployment on the classics, and that is on the automatic head from the fusible link, as it would melt to the predetermined temperature set before we ship the automatic. You will note on this picture that we have the automatic comb attached to the automatic. This would be for an area where you want to spread out where it sprays when the deployment happens. These only come in the parts bag for classic automatics, premium automatics, and custom automatics. Now here's the premium automatic. The premium automatic has 2 points of deployment, one being at the automatic head and the fusible link, and the second one is the fusible plug at the end of the hose. Just like the classic automatic we just reviewed, there's a predetermined temperature set before it's shipped. When the classic or a premium automatic we just reviewed won't work for the customer's application, that's when we move to the custom automatics. We have a custom level 1, which is anything under 20 linear feet of hoses, and a custom level 2 that's anything over 20 linear feet of hoses. These are the cotton, stripper, and picker automatics. Everything on here is predetermined. Temperature, we have a set place where they go. There's an actual work instruction manual that gets sent with each automatic. For installation, everything is predetermined, just an FYI. I want to make sure that I note that. Therefore, let's go through what it is. So there's 4 points of deployment on a cotton stripper and picker. The hoses have fusible plugs, so there's 3 fusible plugs on it, and the head has the fusible link. This is the audio-visual warning system. We call it the AVWS. What the AVWS does is it alarms and flashes when one of the units it's connected to deploys due to a fire and the automatic went off. You'll note that with the key, you have disarmed, which is off, armed, which is on, and test, which bounces to test and goes back just to make sure the system is working. We always recommend that they do their standard maintenance and check systems out, so the test function is just for that, to make sure everything's good before they start their machine or do whatever. The AVWS can be mounted anywhere. It can be mounted in a hallway, can be mounted in the cab, could be mounted anywhere, in a barn. Here's a list of a few other places that it could be mounted. Harnesses will come when somebody orders an AVWS with their automatic system. The harness connects the AVWS to the automatic. All automatics come with a jumper wire. This jumper wire is for if they need a refill, they can bypass the actual AVWS by putting the jumper wire in the place of the automatic connecting the harnesses. So the customer should save these jumper wires.